This week's top Disney news stories include a whole bunch of quick stories. There are pieces about annual pass holders, the NBA, and The Void, amongst others. So stay tuned and I'll break it all down. Well, hello there. My name's Jeremy and welcome back to Freeform Disney, where I talk about all aspects of Disney, from the animated movies to the theme parks to Star Wars, Marvel, and Pixar, and the TV shows, and everything else in between. And that is why it's Freeform. And keep coming back every day for new daily content. If you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now it's that time of the week once more, so on to this week's biggest Disney news stories. And yes, this video is happening on a Sunday this week because yesterday was the 4th of July here in the US, and so I hope you enjoyed the fireworks video that I posted for that. Well, this week really didn't hold any stories that I felt were giant on their own, but there are a whole bunch of little pieces of news, so it's essentially going to be a bloated lightning round. So without further ado, time for everyone's favorite section, the lightning round. A whole bunch of quick headlines of bigger stories. Many annual pass holders were unexpectedly charged for 4 months all of a sudden. Apparently this was a technical glitch that Disney will be fixing. Walt Disney World cast members are getting a 50% discount on merchandise at Disney World through the end of July to celebrate Walt Disney World's planned reopening. I say planned because Florida is continuing to spike in their number of cases of coronavirus currently. On the other coast, the Coalition of Resort Labor Unions held a Caravan for Safety last Saturday at Disneyland with around 100 cars participating. They're still wanting routine COVID-19 testing for cast members, which is something that Disney is planning for movies, but not for theme parks. Disney has suspended the college program until further notice. Anyone who was looking at coming in the fall is no longer coming at this point in time. Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea reopened on July 1st and welcomed their first guests back after months of the parks being closed. The Void down at Disneyland over in downtown Disney, it went ahead and closed permanently at this point. Apparently Disney's unhappy regarding some Star Wars and Ralph IP, so this is a developing story, but for the time being, the virtual reality, very immersive, cool thing that the Void is not down at downtown Disney anymore. Over at Hong Kong Disneyland, AntMan and the Wasp made their global debut as characters. Now you're not going to get to be right up next to them because of social distancing, but you certainly will be able to take some pictures of them over there. Pretty cool. Jumping on over to Walt Disney World, there has been recent concern about how the Walt Disney World NBA bubble will be constantly breached by Disney cast members. Essentially, the people who are working will be inside the bubble, but then they will go back outside the bubble into areas of Florida that are hotspots currently for coronavirus. There's nothing more being done about that right now other than stringent safety measures, but there's been a lot of concern noted. And while on the topic of the Walt Disney World NBA bubble, the teams have been shipping their home courts over to Orlando, and they're being installed, for instance, over in giant ballrooms for practice. There's some great pictures. You get to see the Pacers and the Heat next to each other and room for 2 more teams next to that. It just looks pretty cool. And the training camp for the practice will run from July 9th to the 29th, and the regular season will start on the 30th. I reported previously that The Empire Strikes Back would be releasing in 4K over in the United Kingdom when the UK opens its theaters again. That is no longer true. Lucasfilm has decided to go ahead and change that, so it will be released in 2K but not a 4K quality version. Apparently some problems came up in the negotiations with the movie theaters themselves. Hamilton fans rejoice! Hamilton is now up on Disney+. It was released Friday, so you can go ahead and watch it again and again up there. And frankly, the quality of that recording is really nice. Anthony Mackie, the Falcon in the MCU, is speaking out about the lack of diversity behind the camera in the MCU. Generally speaking, it's a lot of white people behind the camera in the many different positions of crew, with the exception of Black Panther. Although Anthony Mackie makes the point that actually can be even worse when apparently only Black Panther is the only movie that gets good diversity behind the camera. We have some new books coming for The Mandalorian. A whole bunch were announced. But the big ones here are The Art of the Mandalorian Season 1. That will be coming out in the middle of December, and it's going to have 300 illustrations in it. Then the other one, we're getting some new adult original novel for The Mandalorian, and we have no idea what the topic is yet. It's being kept under wraps, so maybe it's in the aftermath of Season 2, considering it will come out December 1st, after we've been watching The Mandalorian Season 2. So that could be interesting. And this one's written by Adam Christopher. So this is some cool new news about The Mandalorian. Now finally, for today, I'm going to leave you with some pictures of a cute 2-month-old zebra down in Animal Kingdom, because everybody loves some animal pictures, especially at this point in time. So this is Phoenix the zebra foal, who was born back on May 6th and who is finally out over on the Sunset Savannah. And everyone, that's the news for this week. Did I miss any big Disney news stories? What did you think about this week purely being a lightning round all the way through? Let me know down below in the comments. And thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And I'll be back again tomorrow with another new video. And if you haven't done it yet, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring the bell. Have a magical day, and may the Force be with you. Always.